All right, what's going on, y'all? So today I'm going to open up about why I've officially put an end to the bulk, technically my off season. If you guys have been following along, you know that the last few months I've made some pretty insane gains. It's definitely been the best bulk improvement season, off season, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever had. And I got the highest weight up to 230, but I had to actually end it. So I'm going to be talking about exactly why that is today. I'm going to get into some personal things today, probably more than I ever have on this channel, but it's very, very pertinent to all of this. So very first off, I want to go ahead and talk about my blood work. So you guys know that, I've been mentioning how I've been, very, very on top of my blood work. As long as I've been competitive bodybuilding, I'm somewhat of a hypochondriac. I think it comes from my firefighter paramedic days, but that has been a good thing. I've done this as health conscious as possible. And there are risks that come with bodybuilding. And so, when you're taking PEDs, when you're eating the amounts of food that we have to eat, all of that, it can take a strain on your health. So I got blood work done a couple weeks ago. It came back almost perfect. There's a couple different points that I can improve cholesterol, but overall it was very, very, very good. It actually kind of surprised me on how good the blood work actually was. So from a health standpoint, at least what I was looking at on paper, that's not a reason why I was quitting the bulk. But if you guys have been in this space for a while, you've been in the fitness industry, lately a lot of bodybuilders, some classic bodybuilders all the way up to very, very young guys that have been competing recently have been passing away. And it's been something I've been keeping an eye on, something that's definitely kind of made my motivation in the sport somewhat come down, because you can essentially be doing everything right, and it's just the amount of strain that you're putting on your body. So that's definitely one of the points is seeing all these bodybuilders pass away lately. And frankly, while I had the absolute dream to get my pro card, which I did, it's never really been my dream to become Mr. Olympia, especially at the open level, and even really the classic and men's physique level. It's never really been a huge aspiration of mine to try to be the number one. Really for me, the goal in bodybuilding was to essentially turn pro. It was a goal for myself that I was very, very proud of. So with a lot of bodybuilders passing away recently, it's made me really kind of take a step back and look at balance. All of last year, I essentially prepped. I dieted for pretty much all of last year, which not only put a strain on me, but it put a strain on my entire family. My family, my friends. I had to essentially go into a cave for almost 9 months to really, really pull off the goal I wanted. And it really made me take a step back and think about, how important is all of that actually to me. I'm not wanting to be Mr. Olympia. I wanted to get my pro card, and that was important to me. But once I got that, really, really threw back in the word balance to me. And one thing that, if you guys, have been following this channel for a while, how much I do love cardio, especially running. I love the adventure aspect of it, all of that. And so really, really thinking about how limited my days are with, eating 6 to 7 meals per day, the same workouts day in and day out, which don't get me wrong, I do love the workouts. But, it was definitely taking away from the balance in my life. So that's definitely another big point. And this is where it goes back to, talking about what Greg Doucette talks about all the time about, cardio health with bodybuilding. I very much believe a lot of what Greg Doucette has said, and I've believed it for the last few years. I just thought that maybe I'd have a longer time actually really, really aggressively competing in the sport before I went kind of the more retired route with cardio and all of that. But, on the health aspect, you do need cardio when you're bodybuilding. And I feel much, much healthier the better my cardio is. So even deeper into prep, when I'm doing a lot of cardio, I actually feel healthier during that time. So on a personal note, bodybuilding has definitely taken a strain on my personal life. I've had, a lot of friendships that have been strained, where I had to take a break from, just to, make my goals happen within the sport. It's a very, very, very selfish sport, and I'm not trying to put the sport down. I love bodybuilding. I have a passion for bodybuilding, all of that. But it is a very, very selfish sport. Compared to especially every other sport I've done, every other job I've had, being a firefighter, being in the military, all of that, bodybuilding is all you. And so I noticed over time, or at least I haven't noticed until recently doing a lot of introspection, that I was turning into someone that I swore I would never turn into. Kind of the more, self-absorbed, always just constantly trying to, push the looks game on Instagram, all that. I swore I would never get there. And over time, especially when your business is within bodybuilding itself, and your whole focus is just competing and making money with bodybuilding, you do slowly start to turn, or at least I did, slowly started to turn into something I swore I would never become. And because of that, I am currently going through a divorce. My wife and I, we were married for 5 years, together for 12, and I'm not saying bodybuilding into the relationship. We've had problems well before I started competing, but I'd be ignorant to say that bodybuilding didn't kind of put a nail in the coffin on it. And that's something I'm going to have to live with. The big point about this is I right now I'm stopping this bulk. I'm stopping at least the plans for competing for right now, to reestablish some balance into my life. So the plans moving forward, things are about to change. So physique wise, I'm still absolutely going to be maintaining a bodybuilder physique. It's something that I enjoy. I love the strength. I enjoy the look of it. I enjoy the aesthetics. So I'm not going to be just trying to, quit bodybuilding and all that. And I do still love the training. So my whole plan is kind of Greg Doucette's approach, not the main gain, since I'm kind of technically cutting, but I'm not doing a hard cut either. I'm not doing, a cut as if I was doing a prep. I'm going to very, very, very slowly lower my calories. And lately I've been slowly increasing cardio. Cardio might increase a bit more moderately or rapidly here pretty soon. But for right now, the whole goal is just to, very, very week after week, slowly lower calories and increase cardio and just bring the weight down over time. And then get back to more of a really, really, really lean physique, but still really hard and muscular. But then on the actual training side, so this is where I'm contemplating a few different things. The first one is, stick with bodybuilding, kind of maintain more of a men's physique type appearance. And then the second one, and this is the one that, even back when I was in prep, I was having this in the back of my mind, is go back to hybrid. And I don't know what that means for me right now, and I don't know if I'm going to do it. But there's a big itch in me right now to throw on the running shoes and get back on the trails. And get back to, like I always said before, lifting is my fire and running was my water. Running gave me this just peace that couldn't come from anything else. And then lifting is, where I can get that fire and aggression out every day. So right now I am toying with the idea of going back hybrid. I'm going to keep you guys posted. No matter what, this is definitely going to be a journey for me. I'm going to be taking you guys along with it. And if you guys want me to kind of do some more talks talking about my mindset through this and all that, because I'm going through some hard stuff right now that I've never had to do, and I've done a lot of really, really hard things in my life, and this is hard on a completely different level, more on a emotional and mental level. But I can definitely open up to you guys more on that if you guys would enjoy that. But that's where I'm at right now. Right now it's we've stopped the bulk, we're doing a slow cut, tightening up. And potentially here pretty soon, I might be throwing on the running shoes, and we might see where that leads. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any comments or questions down below. Be happy, be positive, be powerful. Have a great rest of your day.